Have you ever woken up to find your bank account frozen, your Social Security payments inaccessible, and no clear explanation why? If you're a senior relying on Social Security, this nightmare could become reality thanks to a new rule that quietly went into effect this week, granting the Social Security Administration unprecedented access to your bank accounts. I'm attorney Jessica Reynolds, and in this video, I'm breaking down exactly what this rule means, how it could disrupt your finances, and the critical steps you can take to protect yourself. You need to watch until the end because I'll reveal practical strategies to safeguard your money and ensure you're not left stranded when you need your benefits most. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video, you can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know, so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. Part 1. What exactly is this new Social Security rule? The Social Security Administration, SSA, is the federal agency responsible for administering Social Security benefits, a critical lifeline for millions of Americans, particularly seniors. Its mission includes ensuring that benefits are distributed only to eligible individuals. Over the years, the SSA has implemented numerous safeguards to prevent fraud, overpayments, and improper benefit distributions. These safeguards have traditionally included audits, income verification processes, and legal mechanisms requiring court orders to access or restrict individuals' financial accounts. However, a significant and far-reaching rule change, recently enacted, has dramatically altered the SSA's authority, granting it unprecedented access to seniors' financial lives in ways that could have profound consequences. This new rule, which has flown under the radar for many seniors, empowers the SSA to directly access and monitor bank accounts without the need for prior judicial oversight or extensive legal proceedings. Previously, the SSA required a court order or a formal legal judgment to freeze or seize funds in an individual's account, ensuring a degree of due process. Now, the SSA has a streamlined process that allows it to request detailed financial information, such as account balances, transaction histories, and patterns of deposits and withdrawals, directly from financial institutions. In cases where the SSA suspects fraud or overpayment, it can also instruct banks to place immediate holds or freezes on funds, often without notifying the account holder in advance. The stated rationale behind this rule is to strengthen the SSA's ability to combat fraud, prevent overpayments, and ensure the integrity of the Social Security system. By enabling faster detection and intervention, the SSA aims to protect taxpayer dollars and maintain the program's sustainability. On paper, this appears to be a pragmatic step towards safeguarding public funds. However, for the millions of seniors who rely on Social Security benefits as their primary or sole source of income, this rule introduces significant risks and uncertainties. The expanded authority fundamentally shifts the balance of power, giving the SSA greater control over beneficiaries' financial resources and reducing the protections that once ensured transparency and fairness. Consider the scenario of a senior waking up to find their bank account frozen or funds withdrawn because the SSA suspects an overpayment or discrepancy. Without prior notice or an opportunity to dispute the claim, this could disrupt their ability to pay for essentials like rent, utilities, or medical expenses. The rule applies to all Social Security beneficiaries, including retired workers, individuals with disabilities, and survivors receiving benefits. It also extends to any financial institution where a beneficiary holds an account, meaning the SSA's reach is broader than ever before. This shift represents a seismic change in how Social Security benefits are regulated and protected, and it demands that seniors understand the implications for their financial security. Part 2. Why should seniors be worried? For many seniors, Social Security benefits are not just a financial supplement. They are the cornerstone of their monthly budget. These funds cover critical expenses such as housing, rent or mortgage payments, utilities, groceries, prescription medications, transportation, and even social or recreational activities that contribute to mental and physical well-being. For those living on fixed incomes, every dollar is carefully allocated, and any disruption to this income stream can have immediate and severe consequences. The new SSA rule introduces a level of uncertainty that could destabilize the financial lives of countless seniors, particularly those with limited savings or no alternative sources of income. Under the previous framework, the SSA's ability to freeze or seize funds was constrained by a deliberate and often lengthy legal process, which provided beneficiaries with time to respond and seek recourse. The new rule, however, allows the SSA to act with unprecedented speed, sometimes within days of identifying a potential issue. This means that a senior could find their bank account inaccessible or their funds partially withdrawn without warning, leaving them unable to cover basic needs. For example, a frozen account could prevent a senior from paying for groceries, refilling a critical prescription, or attending a medical appointment, creating ripple effects that impact their health and quality of life. A significant concern is the SSA's reliance on automated systems and algorithms for fraud detection and payment verification. While these technologies are designed to identify discrepancies quickly, they are not infallible. False positives, where innocent beneficiaries are mistakenly flagged for fraud or overpayment, are a real risk. When a senior's account is frozen due to an error, the burden falls on them to navigate a complex bureaucratic process to prove their eligibility and regain access to their funds. This can be particularly daunting for seniors who may already feel overwhelmed by financial and legal systems or lack the resources to hire professional assistance. The emotional and financial toll of such disruptions cannot be overstated. Stories have emerged of seniors struggling to afford necessities, facing eviction threats, or missing critical medical treatments due to frozen accounts. For those without family support, community resources, or emergency savings, a temporary loss of access to Social Security funds can escalate into a full-blown financial crisis. Additionally, the lack of immediate notification exacerbates the problem, as seniors may not learn of the issue until they attempt to use their funds and are denied. This rule also raises broader concerns about fairness and due process. By allowing the SSA to act before beneficiaries have a chance to defend themselves, the rule shifts the presumption of innocence, placing seniors in a reactive position. For many, this adds a layer of stress and mistrust, particularly for those who have relied on Social Security for years without issue. Seniors must now be proactive in understanding their rights, monitoring their accounts, and preparing for the possibility of sudden interventions by the SSA. Without such vigilance, they risk being caught off guard by a system that prioritizes efficiency over individual protections. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Part 3. How does the SSA access your bank account? Understanding the mechanics of the SSA's new authority is essential for seniors to protect their financial stability. The process begins when the SSA identifies a potential issue with a beneficiary's Social Security payments, such as a suspected overpayment, fraud, or eligibility discrepancy. Under the new rule, the SSA can issue a third-party request to any financial institution where the beneficiary holds an account. This request is legally binding, compelling banks to provide comprehensive financial records, including account balances, recent transactions, deposits, withdrawals, and transfers, and even historical data spanning months or years. The SSA uses this information to verify whether benefits were paid correctly or if fraudulent activity has occurred. If the SSA determines that an overpayment or improper payment has taken place, it can instruct the bank to place a hold or freeze on the beneficiary's account, restricting access to funds equivalent to the amount in question. In some cases, the SSA may direct the bank to withdraw funds directly to recover overpayments. Alarmingly, this process can occur without prior notification to the account holder, meaning seniors may only discover the issue when they attempt to access their money and find their account restricted or depleted. For example, a senior might try to pay a utility bill or withdraw cash for groceries, only to have their transaction declined, leaving them confused and financially stranded. The SSA's access is not limited to a single bank account. The agency can request information from multiple financial institutions where a beneficiary holds accounts, creating a comprehensive picture of their financial activity. This broad reach is intended to prevent fraud by ensuring that all sources of income and benefits are accounted for, but it also increases the likelihood of errors or overreach. The process is often automated, with algorithms flagging accounts for review based on predefined criteria, such as irregular deposit patterns or discrepancies in reported income. While automation allows for rapid action, it also heightens the risk of mistakes, as algorithms may misinterpret legitimate financial activity as suspicious. Banks, for their part, are under significant pressure to comply with SSA requests promptly, as failure to do so could result in legal or regulatory consequences. This urgency can lead to oversights, such as freezing accounts without fully verifying the SSA's claims or failing to notify customers promptly. The lack of transparency in the process compounds the problem, as seniors may struggle to obtain clear information about why their accounts were targeted or how to resolve the issue. Appealing an SSA decision or unfreezing an account can involve a protracted bureaucratic process, requiring seniors to submit documentation, attend hearings, or even seek legal assistance. Tasks that can be overwhelming, especially for those with limited resources or health challenges. To protect themselves, seniors must be proactive. This includes regularly monitoring their bank accounts for unusual activity, maintaining clear records of their Social Security payments, and understanding their rights under the new rule. Some may consider consulting financial advisors or legal professionals to establish safeguards, such as setting up separate accounts for essential expenses or designating trusted advocates to act on their behalf. By understanding the mechanics of the SSA's access and taking preemptive steps, seniors can better shield themselves from the potential disruptions this rule introduces. Part 4. What are your rights and protections? The introduction of the SSA's new rule, which grants the agency expanded authority to access and freeze bank accounts, has raised significant concerns for seniors. However, it's critical to recognize that this increased power does not leave beneficiaries entirely defenseless. Seniors retain specific rights and protections under federal law, and understanding these can help mitigate the financial and emotional hardship caused by account freezes or fund seizures. Navigating these protections requires knowledge, vigilance, and, in some cases, professional assistance. First and foremost, the SSA cannot permanently seize your funds without due process. If the agency freezes your account or demands repayment for an alleged overpayment or fraud, you have the right to dispute their claim. This process typically begins with filing a formal appeal or requesting an administrative hearing, where you can present evidence to support your case, such as proof of eligibility or documentation of correct benefit amounts. The SSA is legally obligated to provide you with an opportunity to challenge their actions, but the appeals process can be complex, time-consuming, and bureaucratic. Seniors often report feeling overwhelmed by the volume of paperwork, strict deadlines, and technical language involved. During this period, access to your funds may remain restricted, which can exacerbate financial strain, particularly for those who rely solely on Social Security for their livelihood. Another key right is access to transparency. You are entitled to request copies of all financial information the SSA has collected about your bank accounts, including the records provided by your financial institution in response to the SSA's third-party request. Obtaining this information is critical to understanding the basis of the SSA's actions, whether it's a suspected overpayment, fraud, or another eligibility issue. Armed with these details, you can build a stronger defense and address any inaccuracies in the SSA's findings. However, the new rule allows the SSA to act swiftly, and notifications about account freezes or withdrawals may arrive after the action has already been taken. This delay underscores the importance of proactively monitoring your bank accounts to detect issues early. Federal law also provides protections for certain types of funds. For example, supplemental security income, SSI benefits are generally exempt from seizure under specific circumstances, as they are designed to support low-income individuals with basic needs. However, other types of Social Security benefits, such as retirement or disability payments, may not have the same exemptions, and the rules governing these distinctions are complex. Consulting with a professional who specializes in Social Security law is often necessary to determine which protections apply to your specific situation. Additionally, if the SSA's actions result in financial hardship, you may be eligible for a waiver of overpayment recovery, particularly if repaying the funds would cause significant distress or if the overpayment was not your fault. Seniors also have the right to seek external assistance. Legal aid organizations, senior advocacy groups, and attorneys specializing in Social Security or elder law can provide invaluable support. These professionals can help you navigate the appeals process, file necessary paperwork, and advocate on your behalf to challenge wrongful freezes or seizures. Many legal aid organizations offer free or low-cost services to seniors with limited resources, making it possible to access expert guidance without incurring significant costs. Furthermore, some community-based organizations provide workshops or resources to educate seniors about their rights under Social Security regulations. The key takeaway is that while the SSA's new authority is substantial, you are not without recourse. By understanding your rights, acting promptly to address issues, and seeking professional help when needed, you can protect your financial stability and hold the SSA accountable for ensuring due process. Staying informed and proactive is essential to safeguarding your benefits in this new regulatory landscape. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Part 5. What can seniors do now to protect themselves? The SSA's expanded authority to access and freeze bank accounts represents a significant shift in how Social Security benefits are managed, and it requires seniors to take proactive steps to safeguard their finances. For many, Social Security payments are a critical lifeline, covering essential expenses like housing, healthcare, and daily living costs. The risk of sudden account freezes or fund withdrawals makes it imperative to adopt protective measures to minimize disruptions and maintain financial security. Below are detailed, actionable steps seniors can take to prepare for and mitigate the risks posed by this new rule. 1. Monitor your bank accounts vigilantly. Regular monitoring of your bank accounts is one of the most effective ways to detect issues early. Most banks offer free tools, such as text or email alerts, that notify you of large withdrawals, holds, freezes, or other unusual activity. Set up these alerts to receive real-time updates whenever a transaction exceeds a certain threshold, e.g., $100, or if your account status changes. If you're not comfortable with online banking, now is the time to familiarize yourself with it or enlist the help of a trusted family member or friend. Reviewing your account statements daily or weekly can help you identify SSA-related actions before they escalate into financial emergencies. For those without internet access, consider visiting your bank regularly or calling their customer service line to check your account status. 2. Maintain detailed records of SSA communications. Every interaction with the SSA, whether it's a letter, email, phone call, or in-person visit, should be carefully documented. Save all physical correspondence, take screenshots of emails, and keep a log of phone conversations, including the date, time, and name of the SSA representative you speak with. These records serve as critical evidence if you need to appeal a freeze or dispute an overpayment claim. For example, a letter from the SSA outlining an alleged overpayment can help you pinpoint the issue and prepare a response. Ignoring or discarding SSA communications, even if they seem confusing or intimidating, can jeopardize your ability to respond effectively. Consider organizing these records in a dedicated folder, either physical or digital, for easy access during an appeal. 3. Understand your bank's policies. Not all financial institutions handle SSA third-party requests in the same way. Some banks may notify customers before complying with an SSA request, while others act immediately to avoid legal repercussions. Contact your bank's customer service department to inquire about their procedures for handling SSA inquiries, including whether they provide advance notice of freezes or information disclosures. Ask if they have safeguards in place to prevent erroneous freezes or if they offer options to flag accounts for special attention. Understanding your bank's policies can help you anticipate and respond to SSA actions more effectively. If your bank's practices seem overly restrictive, consider switching to a financial institution with more customer-friendly policies. 4. Separate your funds. One practical strategy is to open a dedicated bank account exclusively for your Social Security payments. By directing your benefits to this account and using it solely for essential expenses, e.g., rent, utilities, groceries, you can limit the impact of a freeze on your other financial resources, such as savings or retirement funds held in separate accounts. This separation creates a buffer, ensuring that a freeze on your Social Security account doesn't jeopardize your entire financial portfolio. When setting up this account, inform your bank that it will receive Social Security deposits, as some institutions offer accounts with specific protections for benefit payments. Be sure to review the account's terms to ensure they align with your needs. 5. Seek legal or professional advice promptly. If you suspect an issue with your Social Security benefits, such as a notice of overpayment, a frozen account, or unexpected SSA correspondence, don't delay in seeking professional help. Attorneys specializing in Social Security or elder law can provide expert guidance on navigating the appeals process, challenging wrongful freezes, and protecting your rights. Legal aid organizations, such as those funded by the Legal Services Corporation, often offer free or low-cost services to seniors with limited incomes. Additionally, senior advocacy groups, like AARP or the National Committee to Preserve Social Security and Medicare, provide resources and referrals to help you address SSA-related issues. Early intervention can prevent minor issues from escalating into major financial crises. 6. Educate yourself and your support network. Knowledge is power, and understanding the implications of the new SSA rule is essential for protecting your finances. Take time to learn about your rights, the appeals process, and the SSA's procedures by accessing resources from reputable sources, such as the SSA's official website, ssa.gov, or nonprofit organizations focused on senior issues. If you rely on family members, friends, or caregivers to help manage your finances, share this information with them. Ensure they understand the risks of account freezes and know how to assist you in monitoring accounts or responding to SSA actions. Designating a trusted advocate, such as an adult child or close friend, can provide an extra layer of support, especially if you face health or mobility challenges. By implementing these strategies, seniors can reduce their vulnerability to the SSA's expanded authority and maintain greater control over their financial well-being. Proactive planning and vigilance are key to navigating this new reality. Part 6. How to get help if your account is frozen. Discovering that your bank account has been frozen or that your Social Security funds have been withheld can be a distressing experience, particularly if these funds are your primary source of income. The financial consequences, such as unpaid bills, missed rent, or inability to afford medications, can escalate quickly, making immediate action critical. Below is a step-by-step guide to help seniors address a frozen account and restore access to their funds as efficiently as possible. 1. Contact your bank immediately. As soon as you notice a freeze or restriction on your account, reach out to your bank's customer service department or visit a branch in person. Ask for specific details about the freeze, including the amount affected, the date it was implemented, and whether it was initiated by an SSA request. Request any documentation the bank received from the SSA, such as a third-party request or freeze order. Understanding the scope and cause of the freeze is the first step toward resolving the issue. Some banks may also provide information about timelines for lifting the freeze or steps you can take to expedite the process. 2. Reach out to the SSA. Contact the SSA directly to gather information about the freeze or withholding. You can call the SSA's toll-free number 1-800-772-1213 or visit your local SSA office, if possible. Be prepared for long wait times, and have your Social Security number and any relevant documentation, e.g., letters or notices, on hand. Ask the SSA representative to explain why your account was frozen, what evidence they relied on, and what steps are required to resolve the issue. Take detailed notes during the conversation, including the representative's name, the date and time of the call, and any case or reference numbers provided. These details will be essential for tracking your case and building an appeal, if necessary. 3. File an appeal or request a hearing. If the SSA claims you owe money due to an overpayment, fraud, or eligibility issue, you have the right to dispute their findings. The first step is to request a reconsideration, where the SSA reviews its decision based on any new evidence you provide. If the reconsideration is denied, you can request an administrative hearing before an independent administrative law judge, who will evaluate your case and allow you to present evidence, such as bank statements, income records, or proof of eligibility. The SSA's website provides forms, such as Form SSA 561, Request for Reconsideration, and Form HA 501, Request for Hearing by Administrative Law Judge, to initiate these processes. Be mindful of deadlines, as appeals typically must be filed within 60 days of receiving an SSA notice. Missing these deadlines could jeopardize your case. 4. Seek support from advocacy organizations. Numerous non-profit organizations and government programs offer assistance to seniors facing Social Security challenges. Groups like the National Senior Citizens Law Center, AARP, or local area agencies on aging can guide navigating the appeals process, completing paperwork, and understanding your rights. Some organizations offer free or low-cost legal consultations or connect you with pro bono attorneys who specialize in Social Security issues. These resources can be particularly helpful for seniors who find the SSA's bureaucracy overwhelming or who lack the means to hire private legal counsel. 5. Consult a Social Security or elder law attorney. For complex cases or significant financial impacts, consulting an attorney with expertise in Social Security or elder law is highly recommended. These professionals can review your case, communicate with the SSA on your behalf, and ensure that your rights are fully protected. Attorneys can also expedite appeals, challenge wrongful freezes, and negotiate waivers for overpayment recovery if the debt would cause undue hardship. To find an attorney, contact your local bar association, legal aid office, or organizations like the National Organization of Social Security Claimants Representatives, NOSCR. If cost is a concern, inquire about sliding scale fees or pro bono services. 6. Explore emergency assistance programs. If a frozen account creates immediate financial hardship, seek help from local charities, community organizations, or government agencies. Many communities offer emergency funds, food assistance, or utility bill support for seniors in crisis. For example, programs like the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program, LIHEAP, or local food banks can help cover essential expenses while you resolve the SSA issue. Contact your local area agency on aging or dial 211, a nationwide service connecting people to community resources, to explore available options. Acting quickly to secure assistance can prevent missed bills or other financial consequences. The process of resolving a frozen account can feel daunting, but help is available. By acting promptly, documenting all interactions, and leveraging professional and community resources, seniors can navigate this challenge and work toward restoring access to their funds. Persistence and advocacy are key to ensuring your financial security is protected. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Part 7. What this means for the future of senior benefits. The SSA's new rule, which grants the agency broader authority to access and freeze bank accounts, is part of a larger trend in government policy aimed at strengthening oversight of federal programs like Social Security. The push to curb fraud and improper payments is driven by the significant cost of these issues, estimated to cost taxpayers billions of dollars annually. While protecting the integrity of the Social Security system is a legitimate goal, the implementation of this rule raises serious questions about the balance between safeguarding public funds and protecting the rights of vulnerable beneficiaries, particularly seniors who depend on these benefits for their survival. For seniors, this rule signals a shift toward a more proactive and aggressive approach to fraud prevention, with the SSA prioritizing rapid intervention over individual protections. The ability to freeze accounts without prior notice and the reliance on automated systems for fraud detection increase the risk of errors, particularly false positives that can unjustly disrupt innocent beneficiaries' lives. Seniors who are not tech-savvy, lack access to legal resources, or have limited financial cushions are especially vulnerable to the consequences of these actions. The emotional toll of navigating a sudden account freeze, coupled with the financial strain of lost access to funds, can have long-lasting effects on seniors' well-being. Looking ahead, this rule may set a precedent for further expansions of government authority over benefit programs. As technology continues to evolve, the SSA and other agencies may increasingly rely on data analytics, artificial intelligence, and automated systems to monitor and manage benefits. While these tools can enhance efficiency, they also introduce risks of systemic errors, a lack of transparency, and reduced opportunities for beneficiaries to contest decisions before they are implemented. Seniors and advocacy groups may need to push for stronger safeguards, such as mandatory pre-action notifications, simplified appeals processes, or exemptions for certain vulnerable populations. The broader implications of this rule also highlight the importance of public awareness and advocacy. Seniors, their families, and organizations dedicated to elder rights must work together to hold the SSA accountable and ensure that fraud prevention efforts do not disproportionately harm those who rely on Social Security the most. This could involve lobbying for legislative changes, increasing funding for legal aid services, or creating educational campaigns to inform seniors about their rights and protections. As the Social Security system continues to evolve, maintaining a delicate balance between fiscal responsibility and compassion for beneficiaries will be critical to ensuring that seniors can live with dignity and financial security. That's everything you need to know about this critical new Social Security rule and how it could impact your financial life as a senior. I hope this video has empowered you with the knowledge to protect your benefits and stay proactive. So, tell me, what's one key thing you've learned from this video that you'll put into practice to safeguard your finances? Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. If you found this video helpful, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more legal updates that matter to seniors like you. Stay informed, and I'll see you in the next video.